Paul, I think Robinhood has been really revolutionary in his past couple years of allowing new young investors or old investors getting into the experience of investing much easier. If when we were kids, Paul, the whole idea of Robinhood was stealing from the rich and giving to the poor. That's the concept, except when the people on Robinhood are trying to get rich and they shut down their own. They shut down their own trading.
The trading platform for the people, as they say.
This Kathy Wood, whom you're in love with, Paul, I've made thumbnails of you and her just passionately making out. She owns, in Art K, she owns a 1% position in Robinhood. This is a newly IPO'd company, a public company. She stressed the user experience is why Robinhood is so amazing over other platforms. Mm-hmm. I would probably agree in the simplicity.
Yes.
However, we also find the counter argument, Mo, is that whenever someone does something great, a lot of the bigger companies that are well established, they can switch this very quickly. So Instagram had Instagram stories, and now, of course, Facebook has the stories, and now
YouTube has the stories.
And so now YouTube. So it doesn't take long before a disruptive company isn't disrupting anymore. It's just starting to get copied.
Right. Seth, you have Webull. I use Webull every day for the options platform on the phone.
That's what I've heard. Yep. And so she also praises, Paul, she praises Robinhood for allowing new investors getting their feet wet. And she said, actually making mistakes early and potentially learning from them. But we know they're probably, unfortunately, making mistakes on hype stocks, on meme stocks. They're certainly not making too many mistakes on boring old stocks that we like to invest in. So what are your thoughts on a new platform like Robinhood and just general IPOs? People want to know what you think about this.
Let's start with that. General idea behind IPOs. IPOs, first off, the job of an IPO, the job of the investment bank when they're taking a company public is to go build excitement for it. So they're selling. They're doing a sales program. They're sitting there saying, this is the best company ever. Here's why. The company does a good job of making sure everything looks tidy up front. It's a sales pitch. You have to be very apprehensive about that because they're going to make things look as rosy as possible. IPOs tend to not do very well. Does that mean they're all going to do well? No, of course not. I mean, every major company out there that exists in the S&P was an IPO at one point, and they've probably done pretty well since then because that's why they're still around, et cetera. But always be apprehensive about IPOs because they're trying to build excitement and trying to build demand so that you can see, if you even look, they'll give a range for where they're going to go public on a pricing range. And what's that pricing range based on? Not based on what's best for you as the investor, what's best for the company that they're taking public. They're being paid by the company being taking them public. They're being paid fees. Their job is to get as much money as possible. The more money that you pay per share, the worse it is an investment for you. So just be aware of that. Is that cynical? Perhaps it is. What I'd rather do is wait for the market to determine what's that company worth. And I look at a company like Robinhood. And these are the last 2 quarters I have of financials for the company. Growth and revenue. How much growth? 10%. No, not even 10%. Is it 10%? 36 million on, call it 6 or 7% in 1 quarter. Mm-hmm. Not bad. Mm-hmm. Net income. Oh boy. Lost $1.5 billion, lost 500 million.
Now, as a complete dummy, what does that even mean? But why are they losing so much?
Well, they're trying to get users. So when they get users, we've been reached out to by Webull and Robinhood to promote their app on our YouTube channel, and we would get paid every single time one of you guys signed up. We don't do that.
Now, this is a cockamamie scheme, Mo, that a lot of people, everyone.
Well, it's marketing.
The biggest one is they follow this up with click the link below and you'll get 3 free stocks worth $50,000 from Webull. Why aren't we doing that?
Well, 1, we don't need the money.
Okay.
2, I just don't believe in that. If I'm not going to use the product or I don't believe in the product, that's one of the things, guys. If you see us endorsing a product ever, it's probably for 2 reasons. 1, it's our product. Or 2, we've already used it and we reached out to the company, or they've reached out to us that use it and we're very, very impressed. Mm-hmm. And we'll always tell you, guys, we are getting paid for this promotion, but here's why we like it. We like it because of this. Our goal is to make money off our software. So if I sit there and say, well, Paul, your software promoted, yeah, but our software provides data. We're not manipulating the software to lie to you. But the data is what it is. We'll show you all the calculations. Boom. It's on you to then analyze and learn from.
Part of that data behind you is the shares outstanding. I'm assuming they're selling off shares to drum up money. Wouldn't you think?
Absolutely.
I would love to.
In 1 quarter, they've increased their shares outstanding by over 100 million shares.
Pretty good.
How much is their stock selling for right now? $43? Yes. That's 104. That's 100 million shares at $43 is how much?
I have no damn clue.
$4.3 billion extra.
Oh, wow.
That they're using to go grow. It's better than taking on debt because I guarantee their debt's not very high. Let's see their debt.
Yeah, so one of our pillars is long-term liabilities.
Oh, actually, it's pretty high. $7.8 billion. That's actually very high.
Very
and by the way, in case you need to see this, it's not enough data. We don't show data on here unless it's 5 years or more because we want to focus on established businesses that the market has determined. Here's what we think the worth of the company
When
is.
Warren Buffett is asked, how do you invest in a company? His first one is, it has to be a great company. And so involves a history of being awesome.
Well, what does great mean?
Well, this is where the tickling and the comes in.
He talks about a moat is one of the things. Moats don't last forever. Usually,
I guess the point is maybe a great company is, what do they say about porn? You know it when you see it. Like, this is not at the moment a great company. I know you've starred in some porns that are probably great. No, that's what I'm saying. Robinhood is just at the moment. I'm not considering this to be great.
Well, look at Robinhood. There's Webull, there's E-Trade, there's Schwab, there's all these other services that can do not the exact same thing, but. And by the way, Robinhood locks you out of a stock when you want to sell it.
And think about just go back 8 months, how much negativity has been around this company for screwing you during GameStop, screwing you during AMC, screwing you during their own IPO.
Yeah, there's a lot of fugazi going on.
Negative.
And they were created to keep.
They were supposed to be the platform of you.
Of the people. And guess what? How do they make their money?
Screw the suits.
I mean, they say their trades are free. There's no such thing as a free trade, guys. There's no such thing.
Well, that's what I was saying.
They're getting paid by
I saw a recent news article where, the bid and ask with Robinhood is hiring out their trades to third-party companies. And so there's a little gimmickiness in terms of the money they're making.
Google it.
Go ahead, Paul.
Google, how does Robinhood
make money?
People
are asking this, yeah.
Let's look. Although Robinhood doesn't directly charge its users for trades, it primarily makes money from market makers and frequency trading firms who pay for the order flow from it. This is what Bernie Madoff did in his legitimate business.
That's true. He was very good at it.
In his legitimate business, he was a market maker. They get paid to send shares through the market makers.
So what does that mean? You queue up, folks. You queue up a price you want to pay, and then they send it out and try to buy it just a smidge. And we're talking like a fraction of a penny less. And then that difference they keep, and they do it over billions of shares.
And by the way, a lot of people do it.
That's when I talk about this bid and ask difference, why you want to look out for spreads that are pretty tight, 1 to 2 cents.
So speaking of that, Mo, are people trading Robinhood? Do you like the volatility on these new companies for trades?
I think that you should day trade this, but I'd like to congratulate them on being public for 25 days. They have a 25-day moving average now. So congratulations, Robinhood.
That's nice.
But I can't trade stocks like this because I look at a chart as a whole story, and 1 year to me is the whole book of a chart. And this I just have 26 days right now. So this is all I got. But if you want to go day trade this, people in the bid and ask nation have crushed it on this because this thing has ranged from $33 to $85 in 25 days. So think about how much you can capitalize on that. This is absolutely a day trading stock, and it's going to be for the next year or so. So go ahead and day trade this one.
If you like software, we have a software that we won't be screwing you if you're trying to trade. This is the Everything Money software. You can join on Patreon or everythingmoney.com. Join our community of over 5,300 members talking like this. You get access to the software. You get daily access to Mo if you're in the Bid and Ask Nation. Paul, tell them about it, baby.
Guys, we have a mobile app. The mobile app is great. On the road, you can do anything you want. 8 pillars, 30 years or more of financial data, stock analyzer tool, exclusive daily content. We'll be providing 1 to 2 videos a day for only our users, access to all 3 of us, real estate calculator, stock screeners, retirement calculator, that Discord community, talk to 5,300 people in a very organized way about all the things you want to discuss, including crypto. People talk about crypto in our chats. How much? 87 cents a day. Less than a crappy cup of coffee, you get all of this. Our competitors, $200, $235 a month. You don't even get it all. Need I say more?
Paul,
value to at the yin yang.
For our new investors, for our young investors, for old folks who are jumping in now, all the excitement in the past year, more people have signed up on these online trading platforms in the past. What is it? The past year than the history combined. What are your thoughts on a company like a young company like this that is very popular? It's in the news. Everyone loves it. What are your thoughts to someone who's looking to invest long term?
Go learn to write. Robinhood. People accuse it of being like a game. They're trying to game stocks. Guys, learn how to, either if you want to game, learn how to trade with charts like you're doing, like Mo's doing, like I might be doing later this week. Learn how to do momentum trading with a set process. Learn value investing with a set process. Process is what works. If value investing doesn't speak to you, there's another form of a process that will speak to you, whether it's chart reading or momentum. find a process. If you're just doing it like a game, it's not going to work. Everything in life and everybody who's successful has a process. That is the bottom line. Over long periods of time, if they have a process, they stand the test of time. This is what works. Stick with it. I would avoid Robinhood as an investment until I'm not saying they're going to fail, but wait a few years till this market starts to fall and then the average person who's trading stocks day in and day out on Robinhood goes away. That will happen. I've seen it happen so many times in every different asset class. There's been so many asset classes I've witnessed in the last 26 years, and I'm only 40, but I've been watching investments since I was 13, 14 years old. Every time there's a hype asset class, it just takes a matter of a few years before people are just like, I don't care about it anymore. It doesn't work anymore.
If you want to see Paul in tight green tights, he will be on an off-Broadway musical about Robinhood. I will be playing Friar Tuck, and it's set to come out.
Is Friar Tuck from Robinhood?
He's a little chubbier. Yeah, Friar.
By the way, one of the best movies ever was Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves.
Kevin Costner. Oh, baby.
With that Bryan Adams song.
Love that movie. Love that
song. Should I
sing
the song?
Oh, baby. That's one of my favorite movies growing up when I was a kid. So.
Oh, it was great.
Fondle the thumbs up. Join Everything Money. Join Patreon. You get the software.
I guess
that is our take on Robinhood. Be careful out there, Paul. Be careful. These people are propping it up. Kathy Woods, best thing ever. All right, guys. Love you. See you next video.